What if you could, starting today, permanently silence the voice of doubt in your head? Not just ignore it, but eradicate it, and in place of that constant noise of anxiety and what ifs, install a calm, cool, and unshakable certainty, a conviction. So deep that your success would no longer be a goal to be chased, but a destiny to be fulfilled. This is not a fantasy. This is mental engineering. In the next few minutes, I am going to give you the tool to do exactly that. Act as if your success were inevitable. This is not a motivation video that makes you feel good for 5 minutes. It is a reprogramming session designed to rewrite the fundamental code of your mind. If the promise of a mind that is a weapon in your favor and not a battlefield interests you, subscribe now and declare that your training has officially begun. You recognize this battlefield because you live on it every day. The spark of a brilliant idea ignites in your mind, a clear path forward. For a moment, you feel the surge of power, the thrill of possibility. You start to plan, to move, to build momentum, and then it comes. Just a small, cold whisper from the back of your mind. Are you sure about this? That single question is the kill switch. The momentum halts, the energy drains away, replaced by a fog of second guessing. You begin to analyze every possible way it could go wrong. The energy that was meant for action is now burned in the furnace of anxiety. The dream doesn't die in a blaze of glory. It's strangled in the crib by your own hesitation. This is the work of a master thief operating inside your own skull. We've been conditioned to believe that this hesitation is a sign of intelligence. We call it being realistic or cautious, but let's call it what it is, a deeply ingrained program of self-sabotage, a virus that disguises itself as wisdom while it devours your future. This pattern is not you. It is a faulty code running in your system, a ghost in the machine that has been given too much authority for too long. It feeds on your fear and grows stronger with every action you postpone. You must understand this clearly. The doubt is not a reflection of your potential, but the measure of the resistance you must overcome. The good news: this enemy can be defeated. The war is not won by eliminating the feeling of doubt forever. That is a fool's errand. The war is won by stripping doubt of its authority. You will learn to hear its whisper and not grant it the power to command your actions. You will let it speak, and you will act anyway. This is not a fight for more information or a better plan. This is a fight for control over your own mind. The cycle of planning, doubting, and abandoning ends today. You are here because you are ready for a new protocol, one where your action is not conditional on the absence of doubt. This requires a fundamental shift in your identity. You will move from being the man who asks, "What if it fails?" to the man who acts because he has already decided on the outcome. You will learn to starve the virus of its power by removing the one thing it needs to survive: your attention and your obedience. The quiet paralysis has held you captive long enough. The energy you've spent wrestling with hypotheticals will now be redirected. It will become the fuel for relentless forward motion. You are about to receive the weapon that makes this possible. Our mission is not to make the doubt disappear. Our mission is to make it irrelevant. You will learn to act in its presence, to move with a calm conviction that smothers its voice. This is the first step toward becoming the commander of your internal world, not its prisoner. Now we install the master code. I want you to burn this sentence into your mind, not as a phrase, but as a command from your future self. Act as if your success were inevitable. Say it internally. Feel the weight of it. This is the central pillar of your new mental architecture. This is your prime directive. This is not about blind optimism or arrogant delusion. That is the thinking of a child. This is a strategic position, an intentional stance you adopt as a warrior. You are consciously deciding on the end of your story, and once the end is decided, all actions in the present moment become radically simplified. They either align with that inevitable future, or they do not. Most men live their lives reacting to the present. Their actions are dictated by their current feelings, fears, and circumstances. They are leaves in the wind, but you will operate differently. You will anchor yourself to a predetermined future and pull that reality into your present through the sheer force of your aligned actions. Think of a master architect standing before an empty plot of land. He does not hope the skyscraper will stand. He does not wish for the laws of physics to cooperate. He proceeds with the calm, calculated certainty that because his blueprint is sound and his materials are true, the structure is an inevitable outcome of his process. He acts from the end. You are now that architect. Your definite purpose is the blueprint. Your daily actions are the steel and concrete. The doubt, the fear, the opinions of others, these are merely the weather. The architect does not halt construction for a passing storm. He trusts the foundation and continues the work. This command is your new foundation. When faced with a decision, you will no longer ask, "What is the safe choice?" You will ask, "What is the action a man whose success is inevitable would take?" Right now? The quality of the question determines the quality of the answer, and this question changes the entire game. It injects a profound calmness into your execution. The desperate, frantic energy of the man who is trying to make it is replaced by the powerful, measured pace of the man who is in the process of arriving. This energy is magnetic. It changes how you walk, how you speak, how people react to you. You are no longer gambling, you are building. You are no longer hoping, you are executing. This shift removes the emotional charge from the process. The daily ups and downs lose their power to derail you because you are not focused on them. You are focused on the inevitable destination. Embrace this command as your new reality. Let it be the filter through which all your decisions pass. It is the compass that will always point you toward your highest potential. You are the architect of your certainty, and from this moment forward you begin to build. This is not magic. It is mechanics. The command to act as if success is inevitable is a tool that directly interfaces with the most powerful filtering system in your brain, the reticular activating system, or RAS. This is the part of your brain that acts as a gatekeeper for information, deciding what gets your conscious attention and what gets ignored. Your RAS takes its orders directly from your dominant beliefs and expectations. If you believe the world is full of problems and scarcity, your RAS will diligently scan your environment and highlight every piece of evidence that confirms this belief. You will literally see more problems, more obstacles, more reasons to fail. Conversely, when you install the unwavering belief that your success is inevitable, you give your RAS a new mission. You command it to hunt for opportunity, to seek out solutions, to highlight the people, the resources, and the pathways that align with your victory. Your brain begins to filter reality in your favor. This is why two men can look at the exact same set of circumstances and one sees a dead end while the other sees a hidden door. Their internal operating systems are programmed differently. One is programmed for survival and threat detection. The other is programmed for conquest and opportunity creation. By acting as if your success is a foregone conclusion, you are hardwiring your brain for the latter. You shift from being a passive victim of your circumstances to an active magnet for solutions. The world doesn't change, but your perception of it does, and that changes everything. You begin to notice the subtle chances you previously overlooked. This internal state of certainty also emits a powerful, non-verbal frequency. People can feel conviction. They are subconsciously drawn to the man who moves with purpose and repelled by the man who reeks of doubt and desperation. Certainty inspires trust. It opens doors that are closed to hesitation. This isn't about pretending, it's about programming. You are feeding your subconscious mind a new target, a new truth, and your subconscious, like a loyal soldier, will work tirelessly day and night to manifest that truth in your physical reality. It will alter your posture, your tone of voice, your decision-making, all to align with the dominant command. You stop searching for signs that it might work and start collecting evidence of how it's working. This is a profound shift from a mindset of probability to a mindset of process. The question is no longer if, but simply when and how. This is the physics of creating your own reality. It begins with a command. That command sets an expectation. That expectation programs your brain's filtering system, and that system reveals to you a world of opportunity that was invisible to you before. You become a magnet, and the world reorganizes itself around your conviction. Now we must attack the single greatest source of fuel for the virus of doubt, your relationship with failure. For most, the fear of failure is the chain that keeps them anchored to the shores of mediocrity. It is the boogeyman that paralyzes action before it can even begin. Today, we strip it of its power. In the mindset of inevitable success, the concept of failure as an endpoint ceases to exist. It is completely reframed. A setback, a rejection, a no, these are no longer verdicts on your worth or your destiny. They are simply data points. They are feedback. They are the GPS recalculating the route. Think of it this way: when you set a destination in your car's navigation system, do you abandon the journey if you hit a roadblock or take a wrong turn? Do you pull over, curse the car, and declare the destination unreachable? Of course not. The system simply says recalculating and finds you a new path to the same endpoint. This is how you must view what you used to call failure. It is not a sign that your destination is wrong. It is merely the universe providing you with a necessary course correction. It is a detour, not a destination. This reframe is not a word game. It is a fundamental upgrade to your operational identity. The man who fears failure attaches his ego to every outcome. A no feels like a rejection of his very being, but the man who operates from inevitability detaches his identity from the process. The outcome of a single attempt is irrelevant to his ultimate destiny. His identity is not failed. His identity is in progress. This removes the emotional sting from setbacks. A failed business venture becomes a priceless MBA in what not to do. A rejected proposal becomes a masterclass in improving your pitch. The pain is still there, it is the tuition for the lesson, but the meaning changes from "I am not good enough" to "now I am better equipped." You must internalize this truth. Every obstacle you overcome, every failure you process as a lesson, adds another layer of steel to your character. It forges resilience. It builds the unshakable inner strength that can only be earned in the fires of adversity. You begin to welcome challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. Now we will seal this new code. You must interrupt the old pattern of fearing failure. It is time to declare your new relationship with it. Breathe deep. Stand tall. Repeat this command in your mind or out loud if you are alone. Feel the power as you say it. I am a student of setbacks, not a victim of them. I use failure as fuel. Every obstacle is a stepping stone to my inevitable success. This is your new protocol. You do not fail. You learn. You do not get rejected. You get redirected. The destination remains unchanged. Your arrival is, and always was, inevitable. You just found a better route. We have established the command and reframed the obstacles. Now we install the practical tool that allows you to live in this new identity daily. This is not about wishing or hoping. This is a neurological exercise. We are going to create memories of a future that has not yet happened. Your nervous system, in its primal wisdom, cannot clearly distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. The same neural pathways fire. The same emotions are produced. We will use this glitch in the system to our absolute advantage. You will remember your success into existence. This technique is called visualization, but we will approach it as a daily mental rehearsal, for 5 minutes every single day, preferably in the morning before the world's noise can interfere. You will close your eyes and you will step into the moment after your victory has been achieved. Do not watch it like a movie. You must experience it in the first person. What do you see from your own eyes? Feel the weight of the award in your hand, the keys to the new building, the handshake that seals the deal. What do you hear? The applause, the respectful silence, the voice of a loved one saying you did it. Most importantly, what do you feel? Do not look for excitement or euphoria. Search for the deep, calm, resonant feeling of certainty. The feeling of course, this was always going to happen. Feel the profound gratitude, the quiet satisfaction, the absence of anxiety. This is the emotional signature of inevitability. By rehearsing this feeling every day, you are conditioning your body to accept this state as its new normal. You are making the feeling of success familiar. This systematically desensitizes the anxiety and fear associated with the present moment, because your nervous system is already living in the calm of the future victory. This is not an escape from reality. It is the creation of a more powerful 1. You are building a powerful anchor in your future, a gravitational point that pulls you forward through the difficulties of the present. When doubt creeps in during the day, you will have a tangible emotional memory to return to. This practice is your non-negotiable mental training. It is the work of forging your new identity at the cellular level. You are teaching your body what your mind has already decided. You are aligning your physical and mental states with the destiny you have chosen. So your order of execution is this. Tomorrow morning, and every morning after, you will invest 5 minutes in this rehearsal. You will close your eyes and live in the reality of your accomplished goal. You will create the memory. By remembering your future, you make it inevitable in your present. Your mind is programmed by the words you use, both internally and externally. The language of doubt is weak, passive, and riddled with probability. It sounds like "I'll try, I hope, maybe, or we'll see." These phrases are admissions of powerlessness. They are the language of the pawn, not the king. To operate from the command of inevitability, you must purge this vocabulary from your system. You must adopt the language of process and certainty. Your words must reflect the identity you are forging, not the habits you are leaving behind. This is a conscious, deliberate upgrade of your communication protocol. The shift is subtle but profound. You move from a language of probability to a language of process. Instead of "I hope I get this client," your new language is "I am in the process of securing this client." The first phrase gives away power. The second one claims it. It states a fact. You are engaged in the work. Instead of saying "I'm going to try to finish this project," you will say "My objective today is to advance the project to the next stage." The word "try" contains the built-in possibility of failure. The language of objectives is the language of a commander executing a mission plan. It is precise and unemotional. This is not about being dishonest or arrogant. It is about being precise. With your own mind, you are giving your subconscious clear, unambiguous commands. When you say "I hope," you are programming for uncertainty. When you say "I am in the process," you are programming for completion. You must become a ruthless editor of your own thoughts and speech. When you catch yourself using the language of doubt, you must stop, interrupt the pattern, and deliberately replace the weak phrase with the language of inevitable process. This is active mental discipline. This practice has a powerful secondary effect. It changes how others perceive you. The man who says "I'll try" signals a lack of conviction. The man who says "My focus is on completing X" signals control, direction, and reliability. He becomes a center of gravity for others. Your words are the tools you use to build your mental reality. Weak words build a weak reality. Powerful, precise words build an empire of certainty within you. You must speak of your goals not as distant dreams, but as projects currently under construction. So your mission is to monitor your language with the intensity of a hawk. Eradicate hope, try, and maybe. Replace them with "I am," "I will," "I am in the process of," and "my objective is." Speak like the man whose success is already a foregone conclusion, and your mind will have no choice but to obey. There is a profound difference between the action born of doubt and the action born of certainty. The action of doubt is frantic, desperate, and needy. It is the energy of a man trying to force a result because he secretly fears it won't happen. It is inefficient, exhausting, and it repels success. The action of certainty, however, is calm, deliberate, and powerful. It is the steady, rhythmic pace of a man who knows he will reach his destination. He is not in a hurry. He is not panicked. He is simply executing the next logical step with focused intention. Haste is a symptom of doubt. This calm, relentless action is your new mode of operation. You must understand that the need to rush is a signal from your old programming. It's the voice of fear whispering that you're running out of time, that you need to get it now before the opportunity vanishes. This is ally designed to make you act foolishly. The man who knows his success is inevitable does not rush. He understands that the universe operates on its own timeline, and his job is to remain in consistent, aligned action. He moves like a river, not a flash flood. The river always reaches the sea. The flash flood makes a lot of noise and then disappears. This approach conserves your most valuable resource, your energy. Frantic action burns fuel without purpose. Calm action optimizes every movement. It allows you to think more clearly too. Make better decisions, and to maintain your momentum over the long haul. This is a marathon, not a sprint. This calm authority is also profoundly influential. People are subconsciously unsettled by desperate energy, but they are drawn to and willing to follow the man who moves with a quiet, unshakable confidence. Your calm becomes a force of nature that bends the world to your will. You must learn to distinguish the feeling of urgency from the feeling of haste. Urgency is a focused drive to accomplish the mission. Haste is a fear-based reaction. Your work is to cultivate urgency while mercilessly executing any impulse toward haste. Let your movement be a testament to your inner conviction. Walk with purpose. Speak with measure. Act with precision. Let there be no wasted motion, no frantic energy. Let your actions be as calm and certain as the rising of the sun. The sun does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. This is how you will now move through the world. Not as a man chasing success, but as a man allowing his success to unfold through his deliberate, consistent, and calm actions. You are not desperate for a result. You are committed to the process. The result was decided the moment you began. Let's destroy a dangerous misconception. The mindset of inevitable success is not passive. It is not sitting back and waiting for destiny to arrive. It is the most active form of faith there is. Certainty does not wait. Certainty prepares. Every single act of preparation, every book you study, every skill you practice, every plan you refine is a physical declaration of your belief in the outcome. You are not preparing in case the opportunity comes. You are preparing because you know the opportunity is coming. You are building the bridge to a future you have already claimed. The man who doubts sees preparation as a chore, a sign of his own inadequacy. He thinks, I have to do this because I'm not ready yet. This is the wrong frame. The man of certainty sees preparation as an act of worship to his future self. He thinks, I do this to be worthy of the victory that is already mine. This reframe transforms the nature of work. It is no longer a grind to overcome a deficit. It becomes a joyful process of alignment. Every hour spent in the gym, every early morning spent honing your craft, is not a payment for a chance at success. It is you laying the tracks for the train of inevitability that is already hurtling in your direction. This is how you demonstrate your faith to the universe, and more importantly, to yourself. Your actions become the proof of your conviction. You are telling your subconscious mind, the future is so certain that I am investing everything now to be ready for it. This creates an unstoppable feedback loop of belief and action. Consider the Wright brothers. They did not merely hope to fly. They spent years in meticulous preparation, studying birds, building wind tunnels, testing gliders. Each act of preparation was a testament to their unshakable faith in a foregone conclusion, that man could and would fly. Their preparation was the physical manifestation of their certainty. Your mission is to view every task of preparation through this lens. Do not see it as a sign of weakness, but as the ultimate expression of your strength and conviction. You are not studying to fix a flaw. You are studying to sharpen a weapon for a battle you know you will win. Use your preparation not to eliminate uncertainty, for that is impossible, but to reinforce your conviction. Let every action you take be a brick in the foundation of your inevitable future. The more you prepare, the more real that future becomes. You are the builder. Your faith is the blueprint. Your preparation is the work. Now it is time to build the bridge to the destiny you have decreed. Show your faith through your works. Prepare for the victory that is already on its way. Doubt breeds hesitation. Hesitation breeds paralysis. This is the chain of command in a mind ruled by fear. The inability to make a decision is one of the most debilitating symptoms of the doubt virus. Today we sever that chain. The mindset of inevitability installs a new commander in your mind. You, a pawn on a chessboard, hesitates because its power is limited and its vision is short. It reacts, but a king moves with authority. It knows its own power. It doesn't ask for permission. It dictates the flow of the game. Adopting the mindset of inevitability is to claim the throne of your own life. You are the king, not the pawn. From this position of power, decisions become clear and swift. You are no longer paralyzed by searching for the perfect choice. There are no perfect choices. There are only choices that move you forward and choices that keep you stuck. The king always chooses to advance his position on the board. You must understand that in the game of life, speed of implementation is a weapon. A good decision executed today is infinitely better than a perfect decision delayed until next week. The delay itself is a decision. It is a decision to let doubt win, to let momentum die, to remain a pawn. The man who believes in his inevitable success is not afraid of making a wrong decision. Why? Because he knows there are no wrong decisions, only course corrections. If a choice proves to be suboptimal, he does not collapse. He gathers the data, learns the lesson, adjusts his strategy, and makes the next move from a position of new wisdom. The pawn fears a misstep. The king leverages it. This is the end of decision paralysis. You will cultivate the habit of decisive action. When faced with a choice, you will gather the necessary information quickly. You will consult your core principles, and you will make a call. And then you will pour all your energy into executing that decision as if it were the only choice you could have possibly made. This creates momentum. Action begets clarity. It is in the doing that the path becomes clear, not in the thinking about. The doing. Most men are stuck because they are trying to solve a level 10 problem with level 1 thinking. The only way to reach level 10 thinking is to fight your way through levels 1 through 9, and that requires action. It's time for another declaration, a command to your own soul. The hesitation ends here. The era of the king begins. Repeat this. Now, with the full authority of your being, I am a king in my own domain. I make decisions with clarity and power. My action is my weapon. I move forward now. Let this be your new creed. The worst decision is always indecision. Make your move. The board is waiting. The game is yours to win. Now we must introduce a crucial nuance to this framework, a distinction that prevents certainty from hardening into brittle rigidity. Your unshakable, absolute, non-negotiable certainty must be locked onto the destination, the what, but you must maintain supreme flexibility in the path to get there, the how. This is the difference between a zealot and a master strategist. The zealot is obsessed with one specific path and shatters when it becomes blocked. The master strategist is obsessed only with victory, the what, and is willing to change his tactics, the how, 1,000 times to achieve it. Think of your goal as a destination locked into a GPS. You are 100% certain you will arrive at that destination. That is the what. Now, as you drive, the GPS alerts you to unexpected traffic, a closed road, an accident ahead. It recalculates the route. The how changes in real time. Do you stubbornly insist on the original path? No, you follow the new instructions because your commitment is to the destination, not the specific streets you take. Most men fail because they fall in love with their plan, the how. When the plan meets the friction of reality, they mistake the failure of the plan for the impossibility of the goal. They give up on the what because the how didn't work. This is a catastrophic error in judgment. Your certainty must be in your purpose, in your end state identity. That is your North Star. It is fixed and eternal. The methods you use to navigate toward it, however, must be fluid, adaptable, and responsive to the terrain you are crossing. You must be like water, which can flow around any obstacle yet always finds its way to the sea. This mindset liberates you. It allows you to experiment, to innovate, to learn from failures without ever questioning your ultimate success. You are no longer afraid to try a new approach because your identity is not tied to the success of that single approach. It is tied to the inevitability of the final victory. This is the paradox of relentless achievement. Absolute rigidity of purpose combined with infinite flexibility of approach. You hold the vision of the future with an iron grip, but you hold the plans for today with an open hand. You are willing to discard any tool, any tactic, any strategy that is not serving the mission. This is strategic surrender. You surrender your ego's attachment to being right about the plan in service of the higher goal of winning the war. You become an unstoppable force because you cannot be outmaneuvered. Block one path, and you will create another. So fix your eyes on the what. Be certain, be obsessed, be fanatical about it. Then release your grip on the how. Be a scientist in your methods, a general in your strategy, and a river in your execution. The destination is assured. The journey is where you prove your mastery. The gravity of conviction. How your certainty attracts allies and opportunities. Up to this point, we have focused on the internal mechanics of this mindset. Now you must understand its powerful external effects. Your conviction is not a private experience. It is a force. It is a form of gravity that actively reshapes the world around you and draws resources to you. Doubt is repulsive. It creates an energy of neediness and uncertainty that people can sense from a mile away. It makes potential investors, partners, mentors, and allies hesitate. Why should they believe in you when you don't even seem to believe in yourself? Doubt creates a vacuum that pushes opportunity away. Conviction, on the other hand, is magnetic. A man who possesses a calm, unshakable certainty in his vision becomes a center of gravity. He doesn't need to chase people. He draws them into his orbit. People are starved for certainty in this chaotic world, and they will subconsciously flock to anyone who radiates it. This is not about being loud, arrogant, or boastful. That is the cheap imitation of confidence, a mask for insecurity. True conviction is quiet, deep, and palpable. It's in the way you hold yourself, the steady gaze in your eyes, the measured tone of your voice. It is the energy of this is happening. When you operate from this state, you will notice a shift. The right people will start to appear in your life. The crucial conversation you needed to have will happen by coincidence. The resource you were missing will be offered to you. The world will seem to conspire in your favor. This is not magic. It is human nature. Your internal certainty inspires confidence in others. An investor doesn't just invest in an idea. They invest in the founder's conviction. A partner doesn't just join a mission. They join the leader's unshakable belief in that mission. Your certainty becomes their certainty. You must therefore guard your internal state as your most precious asset. It is the engine of your attractive force. When you feel doubt creeping in, you must recognize it not just as an internal discomfort, but as an act of sabotage that is actively weakening your gravitational pull. Your job is to cultivate and project this energy of inevitability in every interaction. Before you walk into a meeting, before you make a phone call, before you speak to your team, take a moment. Reconnect with that future memory of success. Step into the feeling of calm certainty. Then, and only then, do you act. You will become a force that people want to be a part of. Your belief becomes the spark that ignites belief in others. This is the essence of leadership. You are not just building a project or a business. You are creating a reality so compelling that others choose to help you build it. We have now reached the final evolution of this process. It is the ultimate shift in identity. It is the point where all the training, the reframing, and the action crystallizes into a new state of being. You move from being the man who is trying to make it happen, past the man who is making it happen, to the man who is simply watching it happen. This may sound passive, but it is the highest form of power. It is the state of the master architect who, after years of sound design and relentless construction, stands back and watches his skyscraper rise into the clouds. The outcome is no longer in question. It is the logical, inevitable conclusion of the process he set in motion long ago. This is your new identity. You are no longer a person hoping for a different future. You are the observer of an inevitable future unfolding in the present. The hard work has been done in the mind. The decision was made. The actions were taken. The system was programmed. Now you watch the code execute. This removes the anxiety and the struggle from the equation. The success, when it arrives, is not a surprise. It is not a moment of ecstatic relief. It is a moment of quiet, profound recognition. Ah, there it is, right on schedule. It feels natural. It feels like coming home to a place you've already been 1,000 times in your mind. You detach your emotional state from the daily fluctuations of the journey. You are no longer riding a roller coaster of highs and lows. You are on a powerful locomotive, moving steadily on a track you yourself have laid. You can observe the passing scenery, the challenges, the small wins without being thrown off course. Your focus remains on the destination. This is the identity of the man who is destined for greatness, not by birth or by luck, but by his own conscious design. He has so thoroughly programmed his mind and aligned his actions with his purpose that the outcome is a foregone conclusion. He has made himself a cause, and his success is the effect. This is the ultimate freedom. It is the freedom from fear, from doubt, from neediness. It is the power that comes from knowing you are the master of your internal world, and therefore the primary creative force in your external world. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You are the circumstance. Embrace this final transformation. You are not striving anymore. You are arriving. You are not fighting for a future. You are witnessing the manifestation of a past decision. The doubt has been starved. The certainty has been forged. The man who hoped is gone. The man who knows is here. The final truth of this entire process is that it is ultimately not just about you. A man who masters his internal world and learns to operate from a place of unshakable conviction does not just build a better life for himself. He becomes a lighthouse. He creates new realities that prove to others what is possible. The impact of your certainty ripples outward. It gives permission to those around you to believe in themselves. Your discipline inspires discipline in your children. Your courage in the face of fear gives strength to your team. Your resilience in the face of setbacks becomes a testament to the power of the human will. This is how legacies are built. They are not built on money or accolades alone. They are built on the demonstration of a powerful idea. The idea that a man can decide who he wants to be and then, through sheer force of will and disciplined action, become that man. You become living proof that our internal world creates our external one. The men who built cathedrals, who crossed oceans, who put a man on the moon, they were all powered by this same force. They held a vision with such intense, unwavering conviction that it bent reality to its will. They acted as if their success was inevitable, and in doing so, they created realities that others could only dream of. This command, act as if your success were inevitable, is therefore not just a tool for personal achievement. It is your tool for shaping the world. It is the most powerful weapon you have to build a life of not just success, but of significance, to leave a mark that says it can be done. Your journey of transformation is your gift to the world. Every fear you conquer, every doubt you silence, every disciplined action you take, adds light to a world that is too often consumed by darkness and cynicism. You become an answer to someone else's prayer. So do not see this as a small thing. The work you are doing on yourself is the most important work there is. You are not just building your life, you are forging a legacy. You are proving the unlimited power of the human mind when it is aligned with a definite purpose and powered by unshakable faith. This is how you change the world. You start by changing yourself. Your training session for today is complete, but your mission is just beginning. This is not a video you watch once. It is a code you must reinstall until it becomes your default operating system. Your mind is a garden. What you plant and water will grow. You have been given the seeds of certainty. The work of cultivation is now yours. Your mission is to return to this blueprint. Make it a ritual. Listen to it when you wake up, while you prepare for your day, before a critical decision. Let these words be the first and last things you hear. Reinstall this code until the voice of inevitability is louder than the whisper of doubt. This is your training. This is your discipline. If you are committed to this path, to this reconstruction, seal your contract with yourself. Subscribe to this channel as a declaration that you are no longer a civilian in the war for your own mind. You are a soldier. Now go to the comments and declare your new identity with one word. Type inevitable. Let the world know a decision has been made. Finally, a true leader does not climb the mountain alone. He recruits others for the ascent. Think of one man in your life who is fighting his own battle with doubt. Send him this blueprint. Tell him his training starts now. Now go, execute.